morning, everybody, and welcome to Masters Tuesday. Although the weather in Augusta is not quite cooperating for the golfers today, I am Jason Roslin, back with Volume 6 of our Masters Guide and Player Preview here on this Tuesday. You can find me on Twitter and interact with me there at DFSGolfer23. I'm the PGA analyst here for Olazabal.com, and hopefully you've seen my other 5 editions of this Masters Guide and Player Preview. If you haven't, just go ahead and click on the Olazabal YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find all of them in there from the past couple of days. We have this one and 2 more to do today, which will be coming out a little bit later. It'll cover the last 30 golfers or so that we haven't covered. And today we're going to learn about one of my favorite golfers, though not right away. He'll be second on the list. So let's go right into it. Obviously, Player Preview by Jason Roslin. You can find it on Olazabal.com. Again, we're going to be coming out with all of this information about every golfer from the last 5 days, including a betting preview and a DFS Daily Fantasy Sports preview for free tonight. That's going to be our cornerstone article we're going to release tonight on Olazabal.com. So look forward to that and hopefully some more added value. Of course, for the premium products, I just released my cash game article, Making the Cut, or Help Make the Cut. For our premium members, and of course the Slack chat is always open and raring and ready to go. So without further ado, let's learn about Bryson DeChambeau, one of the most interesting fellows on tour. He's one of the only golfers that plays with all of his clubs the same length, has oversized grip, and it just goes about it very, very differently. Bryson did not get out of the group stage at match play, 20th the week before and 46th the week before that. In 2018, first start as a pro, came in 38th, but if you remember correctly, in 2016, when he played as an amateur, he was in the final 2 groups before snap hooking one on 18, and I believe he took an 8 or a 7 or an 8, which dropped him all the way down to 21st. Still, pretty good showing. 45th in tee to green this year, 74th in greens and regulation, so struggled maybe a bit with the irons this year at times. Driving distance 37th, and he climbed all the way to 6th in the world after his torrid stretch over the summer last year, winning a couple of tournaments. Now we'll talk about one of my favorite golfers. Here's Patrick Cantlay. He just turned 27 years old. We actually hadn't seen Patrick for a long time as he was battling injuries. And as you can see, this picture is actually from 2011 when he won the amateur championship, the US Am, getting him into the field in Augusta the following year in 2012, where he actually made the cut and was the low Am that year and found himself in Butler Cabin. So pretty cool story for Patrick Cantlay. However, last year when he played here, it did not go so well, missing the cut. 64th, meaning he didn't get out of group stage at match play. He was in that Tiger group with Brandt Snedeker and just couldn't keep up with Tiger. Missed cut at the Players, preceded by a 6th place finish, his timeout before that. So pretty good finish from Patrick Cantlay. Statistically, he ranks seemingly would rank great for this golf course. 20th tee to green, 6th in greens and regulation, 6th in driving distance. Climbed all the way to 21st in the world. So Patrick Cantlay certainly will look to change his fortunes as far as his results at Augusta. He's got the game for it. Just needs to tidy up around the green and make a few putts. So Patrick Cantlay is certainly somebody to look out for. He's got one of the best swings on the tour, and as I mentioned, one of my favorite golfers. Excuse me. Next, we're going to learn about the 37-year-old from Sweden, Alex Noren. He qualified by ranking in the top 50 in the previous season. He's been in a terrible form. 64th at the match play, didn't get out of group stage. Missed cut before that. 2018 he missed the cut here. 2017 he missed the cut here. But as you can see, Alex Noren not really setting up for a good play this week. 187th tee to green this year, really out of form. 153 in greens and regulation. Driving distance has improved though, ranking 17th. He comes in ranked 30th in the world. Last year, I believe he was in the top 15 coming into this tournament. So certainly a big drop for Noren and a tough couple of months for him. Hopefully his fortunes change this week at Augusta. Next, we're going to learn about Kevin Na. Kevin Na is the enigma. You know, he's either playing or withdrawing due to a neck injury. And he has had some pretty good success here. He's had 3 missed cuts in 7 tries. He's had 2 12th place finishes, which got him another start the following year. He's in here because he won last year. He also got out of his group stage in match play, that Jordan Spieth group. So maybe in some pretty decent form. Strokes gained to the green, 104th this year. Irons aren't that great, though, 183rd. Driving distance has improved, but I think that number will likely change by the end of the year and will likely fall into the 120 and does not drive it to be 78th. It's just the tournaments that he's played this year. 53rd in the world for Kevin Na, and certainly will be fun to see him play this week and see if he can get himself another cut made here at Augusta. Next on our list is the 36-year-old from Italy, Francesco Molinari. He qualified by winning the British Open last year. Recent form, he went all the way to the Final Four in match play, 56th at the Players before winning the Arnold Palmer the week before. So certainly Molinari in some fantastic form. Starts are getting better here, 33rd in 17, 20th last year. 2 missed cuts in 7 starts, but I don't expect that to happen. Molinari is just such a good and quality golfer now. The statistical numbers are really going to be off for Molinari. He's only had a couple of starts where the PGA Tour was garnering his statistics. So 92nd in tee to greens, 67th in greens in regulation, 125 in driving distance. But comes in ranked 7th in the world, so I'm not really worried about those statistics. Next, we're going to learn about an amateur, Viktor Hovland, who is the current U.S. Amateur champion. He's 22 years old from Norway. He's a senior in college right now, so we'll likely see him next year on the PGA Tour. Collegiately, or his last 3 starts, I should say, not all collegiate. He came in 5th at the Valspar Collegiate, 40th at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, the pro tournament, 1st in the college tournament the week before. As you can see, his pro starts, I wanted to just mention those. He had 4 this year, a missed cut at the Sony Open or at the Farmers, one of the two. 13th at the Emirates Australian Open, the other missed cut, like I said, the Farmers. And then 40th at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. It'll be his first trip to Augusta. Viktor is known for being great ball striking and very long off the tee. Obviously, no statistical numbers since he doesn't play in the PGA Tour quite yet. But certainly it is a guy and a name to be looking out for as a low amateur, and certainly a name to be focused on in the future. We shift from one of the youngest guys in the field to one of the oldest guys, the 53-year-old from Spain, Jose Maria Olazabal. He's provided certainly some heroics here as he's the Masters champion. Will be returning until he doesn't think he can compete. He's only made 2 cuts in his last 8 tries, however, and none of them have come in the last 3 years. He's missed the cut each of the last 3. However, starts on the Champion Tour this year look pretty decent, 32, 33, and 25, so made the cut. Got such a beautiful rhythmic golf swing, does Jose Maria Olazabal. But again, only 2 cuts in his last 8 tries, so I wouldn't be rushing to play him or bet him anything this week. Our next previous champion, and we're going to clear them out in this segment, is a 53-year-old from Scotland, Sandy Lyle. He has played 3 times on the Champions Tour this year, 64, 72, and 6th in his 3 starts. He's made 3 cuts in his last 10 tries, but has not made any in his last 3 years. Sandy Lyle been struggling a little bit here. So I don't suspect the 53-year-old will make the weekend, but of course you never know, from Scotland. And the last one, the 39-year-old from South Africa, Masters champion. He has played a couple of times on tours around the world this year and making a couple cuts and one missed one in his last one. He hasn't made a cut since 2013 here, but prior to that, he had at least 5 straight cuts since 2009. So he does have some pretty decent success here. His form has been much better as of late rather than the last couple of years when it was way off. So maybe Augusta will start Trevor Immelman's career on the right foot again. He's only 39, so quite a long time to get onto that senior tour, 11 years until he can play on the Champions Tour. So he's going to need something to boost his career back. And on the playing front, of course, he's a great commentator. So we'll see if Trevor can play all 4 days this year in his first cut made since 2013. Next player we're going to learn about is a 22-year-old youngster, Aaron Wise, who won a PGA Tour event last year. This is going to be his first Masters appearance. Wise does a lot of his damage through driving distance, long off the tee, ranked 26th. 66th in the official World Golf Rankings, 40th in greens in regulation this year, 93rd in tee to green. So some part of his game obviously has been struggling, looks like maybe around the green. Didn't get out of the group stage of match play, missed the cut the week before that at the Players, preceded by a 40th at the Arnold Palmer. So not bad for a guy that's young who can hit the ball a long way and might be able to make his first cut here in his first appearance at the Masters, but wouldn't be expecting anything too grand from Aaron Wise in his first trip around Augusta. And that is going to do it here for volume 6. Look for the remaining 2 coming up midday and a little later afternoon. And of course, the full betting preview will be coming tonight. I'll also be previewing the Millionaire Maker contest, the ownership, our first look at ownership, and looking at some plays, some against the grain plays, as the title of the article suggests, that may help you win the $1 million this week. So be on the lookout for that as the day marches on. That should be coming over midday. And of course, 2:30, join Ben, Raza, and Tim Frank for their show, taking all your questions and giving their Masters picks. And of course, Ben and I will be on the awesemo.com YouTube channel tomorrow night for a live show at 9 o'clock. So until then, everybody, hope you're doing well, and we will see you for the last 2 volumes later on today. Thanks. Cheers, everybody.